What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey the Brute Daniels. The lolly. Happy Wednesday to you all. I had some time on my hands last night, and I got an alert that Ahsoka came out, so I was like, oh, I might as well check it out. So I saw the first two episodes, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. Full disclaimer, there will be some spoilers in featured here, so if you haven't checked it out or plan on seeing it, you've been warned. Okay, before even getting all this, is this show thus far better than Obi-Wan and the Book of Boba Fett?
Of course!
But that's not really, you don't need to jump a shark for that. But this show has a serious problem with lack of emotional beats, especially from our lead. So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about our leads. Boy, I don't know if this is bad casting. I don't know if it's bad direction. But they all are just... They're just...
boring.
Thank you, Homer. Like, literally, they all have the same blank faces on. They have no emotional bonds with each other. It's very strange, because if you watched Rebels, and they were like a family, they would hug and and embrace each other, and they went to war with each other. You think it would be like that, but was that Elizabeth Winstead brings nothing to Hera Syndulla at all. I don't know the girl that plans Sabine Wren. I don't remember her name. She's a complete plank of wood throughout, even during action sequences, and we'll talk about that. And oh, God knows I love Rosario Dawson, but once again, Ahsoka is boring. It's very weird. So let's just talk about this for a little bit.
Oh, no.
Oh, right, duh. I forgot about the other new plank of wood, the Shin Hati. One expression. Once again, I don't know if this young lady can't act. I don't know if it's direction. I just don't get it. Whatever. Glorious. One bright spot. I must say, Ray Stevenson, may he rest in peace, as Baylan Skoll. This is the only character that actually feels like how they're supposed to be. A post-Order 66 Jedi, which I guess they all survived. They're all falling through the dragnet. But he actually embraces the character well, and I think this was actually good casting, so good on you, and may he rest in peace, and, good on to his family. Here we go. So we know, for those that know the Rebel show, that Ahsoka and Hera are close. Like Hera looked up to her and all the other stuff, and they're supposed to be really close knit. Every scene they share together is like they're strangers. They all just stand erect and back straight, and no hugs, no smiles, no embraces. It's very strange and odd to see them communicate with each other this way, and it takes me out of the scene, because I know how these characters are supposed to act, and they're not acting that way. It's weird. And once again, these are decent actresses. God knows I love Ramona Flowers, but this is weird. It's very, very weird. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes. It is established in this show that Sabine was training as a Jedi.
Say what?
I don't even want to know where that's even coming from. She's not even force sensitive, which they also established in episode 2 that she's not. I can't even wrap my head around this. Kanan Jarrus in Rebels try to train her to use the Darksaber, because it was her ceremonial blade. She's not force sensitive, and apparently these two had a major falling out, but once again, we don't see that. We're told that, and they don't even act like they did. There's no yelling, there's no screaming, there's no emotional, there's nothing. There is no emotional beats whatsoever. They're just, you left me. I'm like, interact, for God's sake. It's very weird. I don't, it's very strange. It's hard to watch. It's cringeworthy. Speaking of cringeworthy, okay, so I'm not even gonna get too deep into how Sabine Wren and everybody else, we've already established in Obi-Wan that being run through with a blade means nothing. We've already established that, so let's not even focus on that. Let's focus on her face. There is no emotion throughout this entire fight. she doesn't no panting, no gasping, no moving, no like this entire interchange. It's just boring. It's boring, and then for it to be in with her being run through, and she's fine. But whatever, that's not the point. The point is, this is now, we establish, Ahsoka's former apprentice that just been ran through. You go to the hospital, you think it's going to be embracing and hugs and like, oh my god, I'm so glad you're alive. And no, nothing. It's like, where's the map? It's strange to see these characters interact like strangers. It's very, very weird and off-putting. It's odd. And it takes me completely, like, it took me completely out of it, because I'm like, yo, do something, feel something. And it was very, very, very bizarre. It really did me no favors. And not to mention, the only character to show emotion in this show, the Lothcat. I was invested in the Lothcat. This Lothcat showed fear, it showed anger, it showed panic. This is the only thing that showed any form of emotion in this entire 2 episodes. Go Lothcat. I'm Team Lothcat. I'm in. I don't even care about the rest of these characters. Screw them. I want to see more of the Lothcat. Period. That's it. So that's what I thought. I was taken completely out of this story because these characters ain't right. I don't know if it is the direction. I don't know if it is the acting. I'm not sure where the blame lies, but this is not it. These are characters that legitimately, even if you watch Rebels, they care about each other. They love each other. They fight each other. But there is absolutely no emotional beats whatsoever between these characters that have known each other forever. And I found it very weird, off-putting, and strange. Maybe everybody's supposed to be a girl boss or something, but if that's the case, it doesn't come off well. So those are my thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka. What do you think? Maybe you checked it out. Maybe you felt differently. Let me know in the comment section below. And do those great YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. As always, you guys have been awesome. I'll catch you all next time.